Everybody, before we even start this episode, I would like for you to do something a little bit different. When this episode is over, I want you to leave a review in the comments. Tell me what hit. Tell me what didn't. Tell me what you agree with and what you do not. Because today, we're talking about something that most businesses get completely wrong. Their attitude and their reaction toward bad reviews. They try to hide them. They try to delete them. They try to ignore them. When in reality, bad reviews might just be the most powerful sales tool you possess. We're going to break it down in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Straight Talk Commerce, you are cleared for launch.
Just the real deal. Wayne Altman's here, yeah, you know the drill. Talking business, talking shop, making moves non-stop. From e-com to hustle, straight talk, no props. Straight talk, no gimmicks, no lies. Hey, I'll break it down with the sharpest minds. Money moves, mindset, grind. If you're ready to win, then tune in live. Big names, big games, all the lessons they bring. From Jelly Belly to AA Kings. From the startup grind to the top tier pros. We crack the code, now here we go. Straight talk, commerce, getting to know the Wayne Altman. Let's start the show.
All right, everybody, welcome back. I can hear it now. I can hear you now. What does he mean? Sales tool, bad reviews, use bad reviews as a sales tool. Well, let's take a little bit deeper look into what's happening psychologically. When a customer lands on your product page, they are not asking, is this good? They are asking, is this safe for me to buy? And that is a completely different question. It's called the trust gap problem. And when a product has only 5-star reviews, perfect language, and no criticism, it triggers psychologically suspicion that these are fake. They are filtering their reviews. This cannot be real. No one is perfect. And they're right. Humans are wired. We are predisposed to distrust perfection. Now, that's a cognitive bias at work. There are two major forces here. The negativity bias, that people trust negative information more than positive, if you see that in your daily life, and their risk mitigation behaviors. Customers will scan for what could go wrong. Here's what bad reviews actually do for you. Bad reviews will lower perceived risk. They will answer objections before the purchase. And they will create an emotional realism that you cannot create on your own. Without a bad review, you cannot seem real. Let's take Amazon, for example. Customers on Amazon behave in a very predictable pattern. They look at the star rating. They jump to 1 to 3-star reviews. They look for patterns, and they decide for themselves, can I live with this risk that the product isn't going to perform the way that I want? And you can see that by using Hotjar, some of the other tools that measure where people's attention on the page go. Your customers are not scared of bad reviews. They're scared of surprises. I hope you love this as much as I do, because we're about to go deeper. This is one of the most underutilized weapons in all of e-commerce. Every response you write is a permanent, public-facing sales message. Here's what your customers are really watching. When they read your response to a bad review, they are asking, do these people care? Will they help me if something goes wrong? And is this company defensive or confident? Here are the bad response types. Corporate deflection. We apologize for the inconvenience. Translation to that is, we really don't care. It's a defensive response. That's not typical. Most customers love this. Translation, you're wrong. Or option 3, you could just ignore the review. That's the worst possible move, you guys, because that signals you have no accountability and very poor customer support. Let me give you a high converting response framework to use in the future. Use this 4-part structure. Number 1, acknowledge specifically. You're absolutely right about the sizing. Number 2, validate their experience. We have heard this from a few customers. Number 3, provide crystal clear clarity. We recommend sizing up 1 full size. Number 4, always offer a resolution. We are happy to replace or refund this item. Chewy is a very good example of this. Chewy does not just respond, they over-deliver. They give personalized replies, unexpected refunds. They do handwritten notes when they've made a mistake or when they feel that their customer has been wronged. The customers, in turn, feel that they've been taken care of before they ever even buy. They can feel the love toward other customers for them. Your response to a bad review isn't for the reviewer. It is for the next 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 people that read it. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. This is where most brands leave money on the table. Bad reviews don't just inform, they will actually filter out your customers. Here's the hidden cost of no bad reviews. If you hide your negative reviews, the wrong customer is going to buy from you. Expectations are going to be mismatched with reality, and your returns are going to spike, your refunds are going to increase, and your reviews will slowly get worse over time. Let me give you the pre-qualification loop. A bad review sets expectation. The right customer buys, satisfaction overall increases, and you get better over time long-term reviews. I'll give you an example of this. You get a bad review. This battery only lasts 4 hours. What happens? That customer that needs 10 hours leaves without purchasing anything from you. But no, the customer number 2 needs only 2-hour battery. They buy confidently and they give you a good review. That is not a lost sale. That is actually a saved return. You need to start reframing this. Let's give you another example of this. In the case of apparel, a Shopify brand, instead of hiding a review that says the material feels too thin, flip it. Use some judo. Update your messaging to say lightweight, breathable fabric, not heavy cotton. Now, what does that do? The result of that is higher alignment with your buyer's expectation. You get a lower return rate. Your customer is better informed, and you enjoy a higher repeat purchase rate. Bad reviews don't just cost you money. They save you from the wrong customer. Okay, and now here's where we get tactical, because we're going to engineer your review system for conversion. Most people let reviews happen organically and randomly. Bad move. Top brands will control the narrative flow. Let me give you an example. It's called the review funnel concept. Think of reviews like a sales page inside your product page. You have a high converting structure. Step 1 is to show your overall rating. And believe me when I tell you, 4.3 to 4.6 stars is ideal. That builds trust. Step 2, feature a critical review. Feature your critical reviews. It removes skepticism. It gives you an opportunity to answer the question of whether or not you have good customer service. Step 3 is show your response. It will build confidence from your potential customers toward you, and then follow with strong positive reviews, because that is what reinforces their decision is a good one. Here's why that works. You will guide your customer through doubt, transparency, resolution, and end with confidence. Now, here's an advanced tactic. Common concern section. Take recurring complaints and turn those into your frequently asked question block, your product bullets, and your comparison charts that are already on your website. Give you an example of what I'm talking about. Instead of hiding takes time to assemble, you are going to feature the assembly takes 15 minutes, tools included. Don't hide your product's flaws. You need to start reframing them. Okay, if you're still with me, here is where you're going to separate yourself from average brands and turn yourself into a dominant brand. We're going to call this the objection mining strategy. Your bad reviews are a free database of objections. Instead of guessing, you already know what your customers are worried about. And it is going to turn into a content generation machine for you. And here are the types of content that I want you to start creating. Content strategy number 1, the "We tried to break it" video. I want you to test on camera the exact complaint that you get about that particular item. Number 2, "You Said This" series. Make a series of videos where you read the complaints that your customers have given to you, and you do that with your response on camera.
I need to warn you about this product before someone gets hurt. This is not an electric shaver. This is a power tool disguised as personal hygiene.
Number 3, the side-by-side competitor. Show your product versus your competitor's product. And number 4, and this is one of my favorite, you can see these all over the place, expectation versus reality clips. They're absolutely hilarious, and you get a chance to manage people's expectations by using this. It's brilliant, and it works extremely well. And let me give you an example of what I'm talking about here. I don't know if you may remember, but a few years back, there is a blender company called Blendtec, and their videos were absolutely hilarious, and they embody what I am talking about so perfectly. Blendtec leaned into people's skepticism. The objection was, no way this blender blends frozen fruit. Their content started with crushing ice, frozen strawberries, protein shakes. It ended with them crushing everything that was given to them. iPads, iPods, hammers. All of these things went into a series called Will It Blend? And 9 times out of 10, it definitely blended. The result of this was massive trust increase. It was a viral, repeatable content. People were sharing these videos back and forth. Go on the channel now, you can still see them. And there was a massive reduction in hesitation to purchase.
1,000% sales increase. Beast, baby!
Let me give you an advanced insight on this. Objection-based content converts better than polished ads. Now, why is that? Because it feels real. There's an authenticity with that. The best ad you can run is the best one that answers your harshest criticism. Please start using your bad reviews as a long-term competitive moat. We've talked about building moats. Perfect place to start building this one. We're going to zoom out. Let's get the big picture. Here's what most brands do. They delete bad reviews, bad idea. They ignore any and all criticism, horrible idea. And they pretend that everything is perfect. That is not reality. Massively bad idea.
I do not care what the reviews say. That fish did not taste funny. It was fine, really.
Winning brands understand that transparency is a compounding factor. I call it the trust flywheel. Honest reviews make clear expectations. Clear expectations, better customer fit. Better customer fit, higher satisfaction overall. Higher satisfaction overall, well, gee, you get better future reviews. That's a real advantage. When customers trust you, they convert faster, they return less, they buy again and again and again, and most of all, they refer others. In a world of AI-generated content, fake reviews, over-polished branding, turn reality into your advantage. Your competitors are trying to look perfect. You just got to look honest. Bottom line is, bad reviews are not a liability. No. They are trust builders. They are objection killers. They are content ideas, and they are conversion drivers. Every bad review you receive is one of three things: a product improvement opportunity, a message clarity opportunity, or a sales opportunity. Okay, everybody, that's it for me. If you got value from this, I want you to do me a favor. Don't just hit the like button. I want you to interrogate it like a bad review and make sure it earns that click. Subscribe. Share this with someone who's still trying to be perfect instead of being honest. I want you to remember what we talked about today. Your goal isn't to eliminate bad reviews. It's to use those bad reviews to attract the right customer and repel the wrong ones. That is how you build trust. That's how you build real revenue. If you remember nothing else, remember, I love you.
No fluff, no hype, just the real deal. Wayne Altman's here, yeah, you know the drill. Talking business, talking shop, making moves non-stop. From e-com to hustle, straight talk, no props. Straight talk, no gimmicks, no lies. Hey, I break it down with the sharpest minds. Money, moves, mindset, grind. If you're ready to win, then tune in live. Big names, big games, all the lessons they bring. From Jelly Belly to AA Kings. From the startup grind to the top tier pros. We cracked the code, now here we go. Straight talk, commerce, getting to know the Wayne Altman. Let's start the show.